Hello there, and today, boys, we got some Superman 2 news. Well, it's called Man of Tomorrow. James Gunn said it's technically not a Superman sequel, even though looking like it's a Superman sequel without being a Superman sequel. It's kind of weird, but anyways, right? James Gunn has announced a new DC movie called Man of Tomorrow that's releasing in a few years. That's kind of crazy that Superman is coming back already. So pretty much what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about the confirmed characters that are in this, um the characters that are rumored to be in this, right, and the characters that like aren't confirmed but like are kind of obvious they're going to be in it, you know what I mean? So we got some characters to go through here, and yeah, let's just start with the two confirmed because James Gunn literally said from his tweet, right, his mouth, his words, whatever you want to say it, that will be in this, right, which is Superman and Lex Luthor, right? When he announced it, he released the Lex Luthor and Superman art. He had said both actors are returning. David Cornsweet, and the guy who's playing Lex Luthor, I'm blanking on his name, right? So Superman, Lex Luthor's both confirmed, which why it seems like a Superman sequel, even though he's saying it's not a Superman sequel. The two leads, right? He actually said that in the tweet as well, that they're the two co-leads, right? So they're both the main characters. So those are the two confirmed, is Superman and Lex Luthor. All right, and then we're gonna go to the ones that are kind of obvious, right? They're not confirmed, but it's kind of obvious they're in this, right? So if we're talking about Superman, Lex Luthor, right, you gotta get Lois Lane in there, right? Like, I just don't see them having Superman as one of the leads of a movie and not having Lois Lane in there. That would be pretty dumb, right? So that one's not confirmed, but let's be honest, that's pretty obvious. And then the second batch here that's kind of obvious, I would just say, is all of Justice Gang, right? So Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, like, unless one of them dies before this movie releases in another project, which I doubt they will. I just don't see which project they would even die in, right? Unless someone pops up in Supergirl or something, or Guy Gardner in the Lantern series, maybe. But, like, I don't know. It just kind of feel weird. I don't see any of them dying in the next, like, 5 movies or whatever. So in the next few years. So I think the whole Justice Gang will be in it, right? If this is technically a Superman sequel, I think all the characters that were, all the big characters that were in Superman will, you know, be in this one. So Lois Lane and the Justice Gang, I think, will be in this. Alright, and then let's just talk about characters that are rumored, right? These characters aren't confirmed. They're not as obvious as Lois Lane or the Justice Gang, but they're rumored, and obviously there's a good chance they could be in it, right? Like, all these characters I'm about to say does make sense, I guess I'm trying to say, to be in this, right? It's not like out of the blue. It's not like I'm pulling a crazy pool and saying, what would be a crazy pool right now? I'm trying to think of somebody. The Flash, right? Someone crazy or something, or Darkseid, right? I guess, like someone that doesn't make any sense to be in this movie, but are rumored and characters that we know that are coming to the universe. So we're starting off with John Stewart, another Green Lantern here, the popular Green Lantern. It's between John Stewart and Hale Jordan, I would say, are the two big ones that everyone knows, like casuals too. Yeah, I think if Guy Gardner's going to be in this, Guy Gardner's supposed to be in the Lantern series, I think we could see something with John Stewart. I'm not saying he's going to be a big role in this. Maybe it's just a scene, right? Or maybe we get a post-credit scene in this movie that's going to start the new Justice League. Maybe it's Superman recruiting John Stewart or something, right? To have a Green Lantern on the team, because I doubt Guy Gardner will join the Justice League. He likes his Justice Gang, his own group. So, yeah, I think John Stewart is a good choice here. Another one I think we have to say, maybe I should put this one in the obvious, not just rumored, because, you know, it most likely is too. But it is what it is. We're past that. Is Supergirl, right? Is Supergirl herself. We've seen her at the end of the first Superman movie here, and if this is a Superman sequel and Supergirl's getting her own movie, I just feel like if Superman's gonna have another movie here, like, why doesn't Supergirl show up again? Like, again, even if she doesn't have a big role in it, I feel like she has to at least have a scene or something in this movie, right? Like, every time Superman's in something, I gotta see Supergirl in it. And if you watch, you know, spoiler alert here before I say this, Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 1, spoiler alert. So if you haven't watched that, skip like 30 seconds or back out this video and come back later. But in the beginning of it, right, it reset the DCU to the DCU, and we've seen the Justice Gang, Superman, and Supergirl working together. So, again, if I think the Justice Gang is going to be in this, if Superman's in this, and he needs help, it looks like Supergirl works with Superman and the Justice Gang as well. So I think she's one that could be in this. And then, talking about Supergirl, her villain for her movie is Lobo. He's also rumored to be in this. I don't see them killing off Lobo off one movie. I think Lobo's too big, and we've never seen Lobo a live action. I think there was one time, but it was like a crappy show or something. I'm forgetting which one it is. But yeah, he's never been popular. He deserves the love. If James Gunn, well, I guess it's kind of his decision. He's not doing the Supergirl movie, but he leads DC. I just hope that they don't kill Lobo off in one movie, right? Because he's supposed to be the villain in Supergirl. He survives. Maybe he turns like an anti-hero, right? Maybe he's like the new Venom of the DC, right? Like how Venom is for Marvel right now, and maybe they need him for something. Or maybe he's just another villain in Man of Tomorrow, right? It doesn't have to just be one villain. I think we're all assuming it's Brainiac in that one. But yeah, and if we're talking about Brainiac is another one here. Like I said, they haven't confirmed the villain, but I just have a feeling if there's gonna be a villain that we haven't seen in a while on Superman, or a good one, is Brainiac. It makes sense too if we're gonna get like a team up movie, right? Because the only thing that also leads me to believe if this is Brainiac as a villain is if Superman, James Gunn, is saying this isn't a Superman sequel, right? And then I'm having a feeling that means it's a bigger threat where he needs other heroes, right? And not just him. And Brainiac is usually someone where he needs help, right? Whether that could be Supergirl, the Justice Gang, right? John Stewart coming in. Like I said, I think this is going to be like a movie where heroes come together. It's going to be kind of like, I feel like, a Justice League movie in a way, just not called Justice League. Maybe they're going to pull a Thunderbolts, right? Where at the end of the movie, or maybe they'll redo the name of closer to the date where it's called Justice League Man of Tomorrow or something, because I just feel like if he's not saying this is Superman sequel, why is Superman the lead, right? I don't know. The only other reason is if it's a Justice League movie or something, right? So that's just my thoughts on it. But there's one last character here. I think out of all the characters I said, this is probably the least possible, but I think he's the most popular character in the DCU right now, besides Superman, obviously. Peacemaker, right? Peacemaker showed up for a scene in the first Superman movie. Obviously, they've been connecting a lot in his second season here now a few times, right? And there's rumors that big characters will show up at the end of Peacemaker season 2, whether that's Superman, Lex Luthor, whatever. And James Gunn said himself that Peacemaker season 2 is technically a prequel to Man of Tomorrow. So with him saying that, he didn't have to go out and say that, right? So with him saying that, I feel like Peacemaker is going to be involved with Man of Tomorrow. Like I said, maybe he's not as big as a role as like Superman, Supergirl, Justice Game, but maybe something to do in that movie. But I would love for him to have a big role in it because John Cena has been amazing on Peacemaker, and it would be fun. So yeah, that's all the characters that are confirmed, rumored, and kind of like, all right, it's kind of obvious. For Superman Man of Tomorrow, I got here. If there's any other characters you think I missed, tell me down below in the comments, and tell me how likely all these are. Obviously, other than Superman and Lex Luthor, the two that are confirmed. Yeah, you tell me what you think. But yeah, sorry, a little short video here, switch it up. I told you I want to do more than just trailer reaction, so we got something fun today. I thought this would be a fun video to do. I made a TikTok on this, so I'm like, I do use a video on it as well. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like, sub if you're new, may the force be with you.